I'm excited.
What's up, Rod?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Absolutely, man. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right, cool. I'm very glad to have Maurice Ager and Legend Lawson here with us. And my name's Roger John with Cena Sports, and we run the Cena Elite League, which you will be coming this December. So first of all, it's very honored to have you guys for this interview. And before we jump in a lot of questions, and I was just gonna throw some questions to Mo Ager first, because we all the Chinese fans would love to know more about your NBA experience. So why don't you go ahead and talk about your NBA story with us?
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. First round draft pick. My first opportunity in the NBA was with the Dallas Mavericks, drafted by Mark Cuban. At the time, Avery Johnson was the coach. The GMs were Don Nelson. Donnie Nelson. I'm sorry. So that was the son of Donnie Nelson. So it was a good opportunity. Being drafted out of Michigan State University, playing summer league with the Dallas Mavericks.
Go Spartans.
Yeah, exactly. It was the summer league went really well. My first summer league, I averaged about 21, 22 points. Was top 5 in scoring and throughout the whole summer league. My rookie year, going into my my NBA experience, my first year was an amazing experience because for one, we was on the best team in the NBA at the time. I think we won maybe 67 games. So I think that team is still number 7 all time, in wins list. So I guess although I didn't play a lot my rookie year, but it still feels good to know I was on one of the best teams in history.
Absolutely.
Playing with Dirk Nowitzki was an amazing thing, man. That guy worked really hard. I've seen a lot of players work hard, but Dirk works the hardest, just by how consistent he is and how often he works. He's probably still working on his game now. But I played with some great guys like Jason Terry, Jerry Stackhouse, Josh Howard, and the list goes on. Devin Harris. Had some good opportunities my rookie year as well. Started some games. Played really well in the playoffs. We lost to Golden State.
Yeah. Well, actually, man, you actually answer all the questions which I'm going to ask. I was pretty much going to ask you how does it feel being a teammate of Dirk Nowitzki during your time in the Mavericks? And obviously you answered that question. And who is the best NBA player you ever played with?
LeBron James.
Okay.
Definitely. LeBron James. I played with LeBron James since high school. We played with each other while, summer leagues, not summer leagues, but summer workouts. Never played on the organized team with him, but, we played a lot together, worked out together. And
Gotcha.
As far as guys I played with, he would definitely have to be the best, the most skilled player. I would have to say, honestly, Vince Carter. I think Vince Carter was a very underrated skilled player. He handled the ball really well. Really great passer. Could shoot the ball really good, athletic. But I think as far as the best player, definitely LeBron James for sure.
All right, I see. And then who was the best NBA player you played against? You would say
against Kobe.
Kobe. All right, all the big names.
Kobe, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Then how does it feel? You were talking about the Mavericks being upset by Warriors in the playoffs, and how does it feel being part of the 3 playoff games of the famous 8-seed Warriors upset Mavericks in 2017?
Man, it was a good experience because I got an opportunity to play. I went out there and did really well. I think one game I had more points than Dirk.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was actually fun playing in front of the Golden State crowd. It just reminded me of a college environment. It was really like one of those arenas where people really support their team, and we had a good opportunity to. We could have made it out the first round, but you know what? We ran into a really, really hot Golden State team.
Yeah.
Those guys were, I think the game before that, even before that, I think I had my career high, which is 20 points against the Golden State Warriors. So that was a team that I typically play pretty good against for whatever reason. But yeah, man, that was a memorable series, man. And honestly, I actually enjoyed watching them do their thing as well. Even though I was, we was getting our ass kicked, it was still a good experience to be a part of that whole atmosphere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So a few years after the NBA, you transform yourself from the NBA player into a music producer. How did that happen?
You know what? It just wasn't something that really happened. You know, it was a gradual process. You know, I started doing music at such a young age. You know, I started doing music when I was 6, 7 years old, even before I started playing basketball. So my mom was a musician, my dad was a musician, and just being from Detroit, Motown, man, I just had so much musical soul it with me. So it was something that I always carried with me, man. And I always knew one day I was going to do, you know, music pretty much on full time. But I just didn't know when. But yeah, it was sort of a smooth transition, man. It was one of those times in my life where I felt like I was ready to do more of myself, and I felt like I had more to offer, and I wanted to express myself in other ways. So it's worked out and it's working out. So
yeah. Yeah, I watched one of your videos, your interviews, and you were talking about you want to really inspire the youth. And now you're in the Vietnam running the Mo Ager Hoop School. And after your success in the music industry, like why now you're coming back to basketball industry now?
you know what? That's a good question, man. I feel like I established the Mo Ager Hoop School in 2014, and at that time, I really enjoyed speaking and going to different camps and working with kids, and I just wanted more opportunities to do it. So I was just like, why not start my own company and, to be able to reach out and, and serve the youth that way. So it just made it easier for me to, touch lives, with basketball at that time. But it is funny, though. I think in the past couple of years or so, my basketball fire has kind of rekindled a bit. And, getting back into playing and meeting guys like Lawson, these guys have really inspired me to get back on the court and do some things. And have fun with it. Right now I feel like this is a pure time to play basketball for me. There's no real strings attached. There's no real political things going on with it. And I can actually go out there and have fun and play for the love again. And that feels great.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're moving to our tournament questions now. So Legend, why don't you just go ahead and share your story with Mo Ager? Like, how did you even meet him?
We met at a Motown event out here in Vietnam, and I was actually taking a break from playing international. I came out of Vietnam. I was going to do some traveling. It was like one of my second or third days here. I met him and we just talked, and it kind of just took off from there. And like I said, I had stopped playing basketball for some months because I had been playing overseas for like the last 4 or 5 years, and it started to feel like a job. And then what I'm saying, I didn't never want to play basketball, and it felt like a job. So I just took a break. I was writing a book and everything like that, and then our friendship just was building, and it just took off from there. Now we playing in tournaments. I'm with the Mo Ager Hoop School. We just got back from Thailand this past weekend. We did an event in Bangkok, Thailand, for 40, 50 kids with the top Thailand team, high tech basketball. They was involved. So and friendship and what made it so crazy is, this is long story short. We were out eating, and Mo's like, "When's your birthday?" He's like, "Because we get along way too well."
Yeah.
His birthday is one day before my birthday.
Look at that.
So we're both Aquarius.
Yeah.
Wow. What a coincidence. That's great. All right. Why don't you go ahead and share about our 3-on-3, your basketball 3-on-3 experience? Like, we're moving, you guys definitely have a lot of 5-on-5 experience. Now you're competing with some of the best teams, 3-on-3 basketball teams in the world. And just go ahead and share your 3-on-3 basketball experience first.
Well, we played, I played, when I went on a vacation trip to the Philippines, in Manila, I actually ran into Chooks and Go, I think it's called, 3-on-3 league, and their top team, like I was just in the gym just working out, and their top team guy, Taylor, they worked out the same gym, and the next thing you know, their coach was like, "Hey man, we pay you if while you're here you practice with the team," and that was my first introduction with the 3-on-3. And then we came back to Vietnam, a tournament. We played a tournament in was that September? And this actually fits my game even more so than 5-on-5, because I'm a scorer. So we played in one small one, that we won, and then we played one that it got drawn out because it rained, and we ended up losing the championship at one point. We was playing at midnight, you know.
Man.
So yeah, on the last shot, dude hit a shot, and we lost 21-20. So we coming with it. We coming to China, like, you know, we gonna be ready for that. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. And Mel, question to you: have you heard of Stefan Stojic?
Nah, who's that?
Okay, Stefan Stojic is the kind of like, he was the number 2 FIBA ranking individual player in the world, and he was the one actually the champion of FIBA U19 World Championship. And he played against Steph Curry and outscored Steph Curry, and he was the champion. He was the captain and the champion of our last year's SEL Elite 2018. So, and Norris, he's the number 1 FIBA ranking individual player now in the world, and he played in our league for 3 years. So if you're ever gonna match up against them, what do you think of your odds?
I'm always gonna place bets on myself.
Yeah.
No matter what, you know, on myself and my guys. So, you know, for me to anything else is uncivilized, brother. So, yeah. I played against Kobe Jordan, so it's like I don't know if it gets any better than that.
Gotcha. So, as not talking about you specifically, but just generally speaking, as a ex-NBA player or as an NBA player playing against the best 3-on-3 FIBA player, what do you think the advantage of?
I think the advantage is just the experience itself. You know, just playing basketball at the highest level is just a whole different world. You know, it's a different confidence, it's a different approach. And quite frankly, you know, we did a lot of 3-on-3 in NBA. You know, especially during the season. Yeah. When, you know, we would play, half court, you know, because we didn't want to wear guys out. And, you know, for a lot of us who didn't play a lot, you know, we would play, you know, some of the bench guys, we would play 3-on-3. And, you know, so we grew up playing 3-on-3 our whole lives, man. You know, in the backyard, parks, 2-on-2, 1-on-1, 21. So we played every form of basketball.
Like I was telling Mo, the only difference from my experience playing and my experience watching is, like you said, we grew up playing 1-on-1, 3-on-3, like more so than playing 5-on-5. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't always find 10 guys. Yep. But the only difference is the continuous pace where you score and you just keep going. That's literally the only difference that I was like, okay, so you got to have a certain amount of conditioning because it's not a whole bunch of walking. You know what I mean? It's just constant movement. But besides that, it's like...
Okay, cool. Great. Thank you. Then one last 2 questions. What's your final goal for the SEL Elite 2019? That's a pretty obvious question. Still want to ask you.
With me, it's a couple things, man. You know, I can't wait to get back to China. You know, I love China. China's been, you know, one of those places where I've had a great time. When I lived there for a hot second for 8 to 9 months. I had a good time. I want to, you know, create more opportunities for the things that we're doing on and off the court as well. And most importantly, man, go out there and win this money, man. All
right, great, perfect. Last question. Guangzhou it's a city famous of eating, and people actually eat a lot of different stuff, and people eat snakes. There are a lot of snakes. So when you're in town, do you want to get a local flavor of it?
I need the barbecue. I need the street barbecue. I need the the
scorpions,
beef noodles,
all those different things, strange things.
How you say noodles again? Beef noodles. I forgot.
Man.
Anyway, yeah.
In Cantonese? I can't say that in Cantonese. I can speak it in Mandarin.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, man, I love Chinese food, man.
Great, yeah, definitely. There are gonna be a lot of tastes. All right, man. Thank you so much for having us. Having this interview.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Maurice Ager and Legend Lawson. We are here ready to come out there and play for the SEL Elite League in Guangzhou, 2019. And this is the Scary Hours, baby.
Represent Vietnam, Team Scary Hours. It's about to get real scary.